Good to see you. Thank you for joining us here on the News Hour today. So what are you thinking that they are hoping to achieve by meeting today?
Well, I think that what the main expectation is to provide, to finish with a very strong message mainly to Trump to keep pushing Israel to comply with what it was signed. We hear that even in the humanitarian area that is supposed to allow trucks, enough amount of trucks to enter the Gaza Strip, is not being complied by Israel. And this is the same kind of demand that has been done in the last 2 years by international organizations, the humanitarian organizations and the International Court of Justice. And Israel has never been complying with this amount of humanitarian aid that is supposed to enter on a daily basis. Israel has been using this as a weapon all these 2 years of war. And even though there is a ceasefire agreement signed, Israel has not been complying with that. So I assume that the main target is to make sure that Israel is complying with that they are moving also to the second phase of this ceasefire agreement, considering that there are almost few bodies left that they are trying to return from Hamas side. So I think the message is mainly towards the United States, because yesterday Trump said in an interview that actually the ceasefire is not fragile, that it's strong, and that it will last, but we'll see if it's going to last once all the bodies are being returned.
We've seen many talks with world leaders when it comes to Gaza and this very fragile ceasefire. Do you think the likes of Trump will listen?
Hopefully he will listen. I assume that Trump is trying to keep his word that this ceasefire that he signed with all this celebration in Sharm el-Sheikh last month will last. If this is going to be his legacy, cannot be broken after a couple of weeks. The problem is Netanyahu said very clearly today or yesterday as well that we are informing the US, but we are not asking for permission if we had to do something. Meaning that here is very clear that there is still this difference between Trump and Netanyahu about who is setting the timing, who is doing what is required to be done. And even though Trump can use some leverage on Netanyahu to make him to sign this ceasefire, he doesn't have enough leverage to push him to comply with that and to fulfill what it was signed some time ago. So I assume that Trump is in this fragile situation as well, in which he needs to make sure that the ceasefire is holding without engaging in an open confrontation with Netanyahu, without showing the rest of the Arab and Muslim countries that he's not strong enough to do so.
When it comes to what is going to be achieved today, and let's maybe talk about what Israel is trying to achieve in Gaza, because we've seen attacks happen today. It's not really much of a ceasefire, is it? What is Israel's plan, do you think?
Well, I don't think that Israel changed their mind about what they want to do. They want to have the least amount of Palestinian people as possible in the Gaza Strip when finally, or if they finally will move to a second stage of this ceasefire, in order to have less problems in the future. But I don't think they ever changed the objective. Netanyahu, I don't think he will ever accept a two-state solution. So whatever is going to happen in Gaza is not going to be the creation of another state or Palestinian state. So I assume that he will always find a way.
Luciano, my apologies. Thank you for coming on the News Hour. We have to go to a live event, but thank you very much indeed for your time.